if he had aces, kings, or like ace, queen, and he had a club, I think he would consider like checking way more there, just because he doesn't really have anything to lose by checking. So I don't know. He could actually, like, he could also be doing that with just like, aces with no club. Um, but I don't know. Really, really close hand. That is way more important on the individual players' habits and frequencies. And obviously, I don't know enough about him, so it was a fold. Um, that board specifically was a really good double barrel board for him, because I'm calling a lot of hands on that flop that can't continue on the turn, and he can bluff a lot of turns. So, like, I'm calling that flop with, like, 5, 6, 6, 7, maybe like 5s, 7, 8s, 9s, 10s, jacks for sure. And he can't really be worried about me having a flush either, because I'm going to be jamming that flop, especially since there's a high card. I'm jamming that flop a lot to make it harder for him to call. So we have a couple more players, GTI Man 01 and Scallon. Definitely be checking up on these players as well, just so I can get an idea of how they're playing, what they're doing. What the hell? Pork Tom is playing on like a bunch of 51 PLO tables. But then he's playing on some other tables, like 510 beat. But he's playing on like 4 Omaha tables. So it's going to be another great guy to just be picking on and expecting him to fold and not think about things much. And Scallon is only on 1 table. So, alright. Still a very good table, in my opinion. I'm going to bet this again. I think he calls a decent amount of stuff on his flop that me betting the turn is plus EV. I really don't think he continues with a jack, an 8, 9, 10, queen 10. A lot of hands that he's going to be showing up with here. But okay, and then he leads the river. Obviously fold. Wonder what he does that with. I mean, a lot of hands on the turn that hit the river could have picked up that turn to flush draws. Fold. Magooch is really, really strange with his bet sizing. And that's probably going to be a huge tell with him. Just a huge tell. In his pre-flop raising sizes, his post-flop raising sizes, everything. I mean, I've seen him raise like 160 pre-flop, and I've seen him raise 80. Looks like Jazzy Face is kind of trying to isolate this guy. I've seen him re-raise him a few times now, so if we were a little bit deeper, I might consider rebluffing him here, but I'm not really sure about Jazzy Face's tendencies with weaker players, if they match his versus good players, or what, but this guy insta-called, so that makes me want to think he is some weaker hand, or maybe like straight draw diamonds, anything like that. But I don't see him continuing here. Really good turn card for Jazzy Face to be bluffing on. I mean, there's really no hands as this guy can continue on that. He's insta-calling the flop. Like, there's 0, except for like maybe ace, like an ace of diamonds or something like that. Really good card to be bluffing on. wonder what he folded there. He thought for longer than I thought he would. Thought maybe he would be thinking for like a second and insta-fold. I don't think I'm going to pick on Negrodamus this time because I've been kind of out of line. I think in probably everyone's eyes. Except for GTI, man. Empire Maker 2, I think we're maybe a little bit too deep for me to be 3-betting here. It seems kind of weak, but I'm just going to give up. Although I'm debating re-raising him, but Empire probably gives me close to nothing in terms of respect. And now that he's checked the flop, I think if he was bluffing, he would have bluffed that flop every time. So, I mean, I really think he has a hand like pocket pair or like a 7 or something. Yep, 9s. I know Empire Maker's game pretty well post-flop, so I really don't get into too many really tough situations versus him. Gonna just fold. That's probably one hand that I don't think I would ever be 3-betting. Ace-9 off. If it was suited, I might, but Ace-9 off is just such a dirty hand. And easy raise. Alright, I wouldn't be surprised if this table broke pretty soon. So I'm going to start looking for some other ones just in case. Yeah, number 2 pencils out. Alright. Trying to find one with fewer short stacks. I'm already on one of the 50 big blind tables. Seems like an alright table. So I'll just save that table up there to see if this one breaks or not. Okay, looks like it's gonna stay. Alright, now I have jacks. I'm pretty sure, yeah, I'm definitely, obviously going to be 3-betting him because he gives me 0 respect. And I mean, this is just such a typical, like, 3-bet spot. Like, this guy just has to think I'm FOS. I'm going to re-raise Jazzy here and probably double barrel him. And, never mind. I might be good here, but I doubt it. I think he has more like jacks or something. Alright, let's have pot, yeah. I think I'm going to bet kind of small. Not for, I mean, maybe kind of for value, but more so to try to entice a raise. Obviously, if he had a big hand, he would have bet by now. He was a little bit tilty earlier, and I know he's aggressive, so, like, I really like this play versus him. Like, what does he do here? Like, he